You are welcome to Nana's Tarot and Oracles. I am the Nana, and Nana loves you. You have a home here for comfort and contemplation, hope and inspiration, rest, renewal, and relaxation. Your readings will empower you to use your intuition to help you towards a better life. All readings are dedicated to truth and light, but cannot take the place of professional services of any kind. Readings are general for the collective, and if they do not sound right for you, they may not be for you today. Come again another day and listen. If you like what you're hearing, please select the like button below and subscribe with all notifications. Share with your friends or family. If you have a question or a comment, I will try to answer it below. You are important to Nana, and Nana is always grateful to have the opportunity to speak with you again. Today is May the 16th, and we now are at the moment of approaching the new moon in Taurus, which will be perfected at 4:01 p.m. Eastern Time. Prior to that, we have a very important Mars-Chiron conjunction. We've been talking about these in the previous readings, and I intend to talk a bit more about them today. The wonderful Molly McCord, of course, has looked at the events that we are experiencing now for the month of May, and here you can see we have the May 16th Taurus new moon, a reset to stabilize your foundation and powerfully claim your self-worth. We have the Chiron Mars conjunction. This is not specifically referred to here, but it is the final stage of healing identity wounds and trauma. We are looking forward to some other events towards the end of the month. We'll talk more about those as they come closer. Astrology by Lauren had a wonderful newsletter about this new moon, in which she said the new moon in Taurus can serve as our anchor, bringing us safety, security, and peace in the midst of change. The new moon on May 16th, we have a new moon in Taurus, a sign associated with peace, security, and stability, which is something that we are all yearning for in these times of uncertainty. It's also when we pay homage to the earth, our mother. May she continue to thrive in all her glory. New moons are times of potential and new beginnings. The new moon in Taurus is on Saturday. On Saturday is an opportunity to restore some of that much-needed peace, safety, and security that Taurus is known for. May it be so, as we can anticipate a few surprising changes over the next few weeks. The new moon in Taurus can serve as our anchor, bringing us safety, security, and peace, even in the midst of change. Now, Michael Lennox at michaellennox.com, he's a very interesting astrologer, and he also posts on YouTube. Every morning I listen to his YouTube shorts, which he calls Red Robe Astrology. Had a mantra for the new moon. He recommended placing a hand perhaps on your chest, perhaps on your belly, And the mantra is, though my body feels the excitement of change as fear, I know the loving arms of the Great Mother are holding me with grace in every breath. That is a beautiful thought, and I encourage you to think about it. He encourages us to think about the fact that Taurus is about the earth, that the earth is about the body, it is about health, it is about our material resources, and as such, that's where everything starts from. I had alluded to the fact that I intend to start offering some information on energy healing on my recordings. And I wanted to show you today this card, which is an illustration of the root chakra. The earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, correlate to the root chakra. The root chakra is from the Indian Ayurvedic system of understanding of health and bodily energy. And the root chakra correlates with the earth signs and with the earth. I don't know if you can read the caption here. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. And I will be talking much more about that, but for today and for this weekend, basically, I would like to encourage you to ground yourself. We've been talking a little bit about how we've had a lot of air and fire energy, and it's important that we balance our energies and that we be grounded. And that is coming back to the root chakra, that is coming back to the body. Pay attention to your body, but the other thing is to reconnect with the earth. Try to go outside, unless you're out in the Midwest where there may be hail and tornadoes, and I'm so sorry you're having those experiences. Try to get outside and ground and reconnect with the earth. Perhaps think about planting some things. Plant a garden if you can. In these times, with the situations that we are in, it is possible that that may be important to ensure that you have the sustenance you require. Plant something. Get your hands into the earth. If nothing else, plant flowers and beautify the earth. And let's look at a few cards for today. Let's start with a card from the Inner Temple Oracle. All cards were shuffled prior to the reading today. And our Inner Temple Oracle card for today is the Burning Rose. That is a very interesting card, kind of a fiery card on a day when we're talking about the earth and rooting and grounding. There is a phrase, rose rooted, that might apply here. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but someone has written a book about being rose rooted. So the Burning Rose is the first card in the Soul Inquiry suit. Here's the text if you like to read it for yourself. The burning rose is the symbol of sacred rage, of anger alchemized into something creative, into passion, not destruction. And remember, we were speaking of passion with the root chakra. We tend to see anger and rage as something we should avoid, as if expressing these emotions is to be avoided or even wrong, as if anger is something that should be controlled and restrained. Boys are taught that their anger is dangerous, and women that their rage isn't feminine. Women who have the courage to harness their anger are often accused of being crazy and unstable. But this stops the flow of passion and the ferocious urge of the feminine to protect what's sacred. Anger or rage is often a reflection of what's important to us. It can be a signpost to our boundaries or lack thereof. It can be a guiding light revealing what we most truly care for, long for, or wish to protect. It can also hold within it the codes of our true passion and purpose, but we must do the job of listening to our anger and offering it a safe space to be released and expressed. When we repress something, there's always a consequence. It might fester in the body and make us sick. It might paralyze us and prevent us from living passionately, or it might be expressed in ways that are physically, mentally, and emotionally harmful to others. Alchemizing anger in positive ways and using it to create rather than repress or negatively destroy is some of the holiest work there is. Soul inquiry. What do you feel angry or frustrated about? Can you transform that anger into passion by changing your focus from what you're against to what you're for? Those are interesting things to consider. It's of interest, and I neglected to get into the Mars and Chiron conjunction. This is Mars joining with the wounded healer. And what is important there is that Mars is very fiery energy, fire energy, like the burning rose, associated with anger and aggression. It was interesting the way the description of the card related to how anger held in the body can turn to illness. So I would say that is all very pertinent to our discussion about healing energy and about getting to the root of what may be ailing us. There is certainly a lot of anger associated with the turbulence and the conflict in our world right now. And it is very important that we learn how to express our anger appropriately and how to act to change the circumstances that we are angry about. I love how the cards bring up things that we may not be thinking to speak of. And now let's have a talisman oracle card. Our talisman oracle for today. You can't make it up. Grounding with an anchor. I just don't even think I need to read the description on this one, but I'll look it up and show it to you. There's the sacred geometry in the card. Here's the text if you like to read it for yourself. In a reading, the anchor in this card represents grounding and stability. A long-awaited relationship position or financial compensation will become permanent. You can now ease your mind and focus on the desired security. This card can mean finally seeing the light after a challenging period. The stormy weather is over, and you can now adjust to the new, steady pace in life. Don't be afraid to take a chance, but choose the option with long-term beneficial results if the opportunity arises. The talisman power. Use this card when you need grounding or stability in your fast-paced environment. This card can also offer spiritual grounding when emotions are running wild. Look at the card and picture the anchor slowly moving through the water and reaching the ocean bottom. The light coming from the lighthouse shines brightly to show you that you have nothing to fear and you are finally home. Your affirmation is, I know that I am safe and secure. What a lovely talisman to have for today. And now, let's have a significator card from the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Our significator card is the Five of Swords in reverse. Five of Swords. Of course, swords are the air signs. What have we just been talking about? We have too much air and fire and conflict. We need to ground and settle down. The air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. The air signs and the swords are about thinking, intellect, and communication. And I think presenting in the reversed position indicates to me that we should walk away from conflict, that we should soften our words, that we should ground and work on peace and love. Fives are the number of change and disruption. And on the reverse of the deck, we have the Emperor in the reverse position also. The Emperor is the major arcana card, number 4, and 4 is foundational. He is an Aries card, the Ram, and a fire sign card. And one notices that he sits on the throne with his crown on and his red robes of victory, but he also has his armor on his feet and legs. He is a veteran of conflict and is ready at any time. Presenting in the reverse position indicates possibly some relaxation. And the next card, oh, and 2 came out. How interesting. The Six of Wands, the Six of Swords. Swords, again, the air signs, but the 6 is a number of balance and harmony, and in the Six of Swords, we see people who are going from troubled waters into smooth waters, into safety. I like that. And the 10 of Wands. 10 is the number of completion. Wands are the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Fire signs are about passion, inspiration, growth, abundance, creativity, but a 10 of Wands is someone heavily laden. Getting close to home, though, where the burden can be laid down. I was not called to get a clarifier deck today. Let's have a rune. Our rune for today is Dagaz. Dagaz is the rune of growth, transformation, and achievement, and it has no reverse position. That goes along with wand energy. The transformation, I think, goes along with these reversed indicators of conflict and with our indicator of going from conflict into safety. I like that. And I would say that the color goes along very nicely with our root chakra card. And let's have a hexagram from I Ching, the Book of Changes. Well, we have a volunteer again. This is 2 days in a row we've had volunteers, or 2 readings in a row. And our hexagram is number 58. Looks like someone standing up on a stage or a pedestal. Let's see what we have. Number 58 is joyous exchange. That sounds good. And the oracle says, inner light shines outward and attracts a kindred spirit. To seek joy is to seek discourse that will advance knowledge and deepen your compassion. To maintain joy, engage in lively intellectual discourse with your peers. Exchange and interchange are the themes du jour. A new experience brings joy. Reach out to old friends and connect heart to heart. Engage in that which is fun. May your mind be pure, so joy follows as a guardian angel. Here's the rest of the oracle if you'd like to read it for yourself. Just below that it says a serene lake. Well, that looks like that 6 of Swords picture, doesn't it? Joyous exchange, the sage engages in discourse and study with friends, prognostication of success, a favorable outcome. Win over the hearts of others through your friendliness, not by force. So, all of that looks very propitious. Please enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your activities. Get outside. Give thanks to Mother Earth. Get your hands in the dirt if you can. Plant some things. And just have a wonderful weekend. I will be back soon with more information about healing energy. Thank you for tuning in to Nana's Tarot and Oracles today. You make Nana's day. Nana loves you and hopes you leave a question or a comment below. Select the like button, subscribe, and select all notifications. See you soon in peace and love.